Hello everyone, welcome back to Laser Penguin Games. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Lightning Hydra build on Diablo 3 for Season 22. And let's get right into it. This is definitely a more casual build that is definitely good enough to finish all your season achievements and unlock your primals. But it definitely won't be a build that you're going to be chasing the leaderboards with. So if you're looking for that, I understand this is probably not the video for you. But if you want something fun, that's maybe something you haven't tried yet, and is a bit more challenging, then this is going to be something pretty cool to look at. Okay, so we'll go to the skills first. So I'm using Electrocute as my primary. With the Surge of Power rune, using Hydra, Lightning Hydra, Conjuration Magic Weapon, using the Force Weapon rune. For the armor, this is actually kind of a choice you have. I'm using Ice Armor because you'll see with the ring I have, but you can use Energy or Lightning Armor depending what other rings you have. If you obviously the easiest one to use if you don't have one of the ring powers is the energy armor with prismatic, but if you have one of the actual wizard rings that go with ice armor or storm armor, you're probably going to want to use one of those instead. Then I have blizzard, lightning blizzard, and teleport wormhole. For our passive skills, I have evocation for cooldowns, paralysis for stuns from our lightning damage, unstable anomaly to be able to die twice, and blur for just some extra damage reduction. Okay, so let's get the character open. I'll open the details so you guys can see that too. So I'm going to be using 5 pieces of the Typhon's Veil, which is, I guess, turned out really well because I wanted to try this set out anyway, and it was actually the reset you get from the season journey. So I'm wearing the shoulders, head, chest, gloves, and boots, which I actually got Primulation version of. And then I'm wearing the captain's belt and pants, and also I have Ring of Royal Grandeur, which is in my Q powers to complete both of these sets. So it gives us the missing one, so this will become a full 3-piece, and we'll get damage reduction and increase from our cooldown and resource costs. And then our main set is going to give us damage reduction and increased damage for just our Hydras. So like none of our other attacks are really going to matter with this. It's all about your Hydras, and that's kind of why this set has some major problems with higher level rifts as well, because you can't really focus target anything because the Hydras kind of just shoot whatever they want. But lower tier stuff and just in group, it's going to be very good in this build. You'll see why with all the stuns freezes. I have Nemesis bracers, and then for my weapon I have Fragment of Destiny, which is going to let us stack up to 10 times a Hydra damage bonus, and then Winter's Flurry is going to give us bonus damage for casting our Blizzard for our Hydras as well. I have Mantled to make it whenever we use paralysis from the stuns from all of our lightning damage, we're going to get a little bit of extra damage. Then I have, this is what goes with my frost armor. I'm going to make it 60% less melee damage. Also, this is a primal as well. We got pretty good stats on it, and it was actually the first one I got for clearing my first solo 70. So usually I don't get primals that I can actually use for the season, so I was pretty happy to get 2 this time around. And then I crafted a Hellfire Amulet with I guess the passive is Power Hungry, which is going to make us do 30% more damage to everything 30 or more yards away. So obviously we're going to keep max distance and put our hydras up and try to stay away. And I'll go down here if anyone wants to see, because we're going to go take a look at the Q powers now anyway. So in the first slot here we got Serpent Sparker, which is the main Hydra weapon that you're going to need for any of the Hydra builds anyway, because it's going to give us a second stack of Hydras, and since our damage from the set is based on how many Hydras we have out, or how many heads, so that's normally you to have one. As soon as you get this, you'll be able to put 2 stacks up, which will give you 10 Hydra heads instead of just 5. In our armor slot here we have the Magistrate, which is gonna, you'll see that the Hydras are now spamming Frost Nova, and basically they're gonna freeze everything and do 300% more damage. We have Royal Rank Ranger, that's going to let us have 1 less of each set item, but still be complete. And we're gonna have Tasker and Theo as our 4th slot, which is gonna increase the attack speed of our Hydras as well. Now for the actual gems, you can see here I kind of took a lot of toughness because we're as a wizard we're pretty squishy even at range. So I have Esoteric Alteration and Molten Wildebeest Gizzard here, and then I put Bane of the Stricken as my 3rd one. Now you can use the pet gem here as an option if you feel like you have enough toughness and you just need more damage. You can definitely sub out one of these toughness gems for more damage and just put the pet one in, because the pet damage will affect your hydras as well, which is nice. If you have someone else in your group that already has Nemesis bracers, or you just want more toughness as well, you're swapping it out for damage. You can use the Ashnagar's Blood Bracer to get a bigger shield, which does definitely help. So you got a few options to switch items around depending, but just for like regular farming on Torment 16, this is what I like to run with the Nemesis. And as a utility for greater rifts, when you're gonna want to run with a party, and basically you're gonna be touching all of the pylons to get the extra elites out, and as well as you're pretty much gonna be stunning and freezing everything and kind of trying to damage buff the group a bit. I'm actually going to, let's see if we can find where the mercenary guys are. I always forget to take them. I'll just go to a rift. You, sir. No, you get hired. He's put like a few. I know he's got the one on him that he doesn't die at least. So I'm just gonna do a Torment 16 here. So I think I went up to 85 to 90 solo with this. You could probably get up to 100 if you really augmented all your gear. But again, the problem is focus damage with the Hydras is a definite problem. When you want to be going faster through rifts, you definitely want to be able to just focus down the elites and the bosses and not have to deal with some of the trash, or I guess the sub bosses to some of the elites. But basically all we're going to be doing is backing up. So you see I have 10 stacks here by casting Electrocute, and we're going to just keep trying to hold those up, as well as we always want our 2 stacks of Hydras out. Usually I put one kind of directly in front of me and the other one further away to attack more. Then if anything kind of runs at you, then it'll get frozen or stunned as well. And then most of this is going to die quick, so I'm going to try to hold the 10 stacks, but they're all dead. See here, I have my shield up from the Gizzard. Usually I just don't even end up casting Blizzard as much unless I know it's a boss mob or on the lower rifts anyway. Also in the higher rifts, you're going to want to be spamming everything you have. Bosses here. I call them bosses. They're elites. Technically not considered bosses by the game.
Not ready yet.
Alright. Well, you'll see on Torment 16 here, I'm not really having too many issues with solo, but the higher you go, with all the extra HP, it doesn't really become a problem for me dying, but the problem is that the damage falls off. And normally you can kind of fight that a bit by focusing down certain targets, but again, our Hydras just don't care. They can do whatever they want when they want. Also here I have the double teleport whenever you get out of some bad situations. I'm also using the chaotic potion that teleports you, so I have like 3 teleports, but that can get you also in some trouble. Sometimes it just brings you back to where you just came from. We're definitely not a speed farming build. It's kind of slow and safe, but it's also not really a very hard build to get. Most of my gear is not even ancient. Really, I don't really have to worry about the weapon in the offhand anyway. The rest of the stuff should be able to get your 7 soul rift done, no problem. Find some primals, and yeah, it is fun to be the CC guy too. However, when you go into some of the higher level rifts, if everything is kind of frozen and stunned, it won't really fight back much. So if your teammates are more glass cannons and doing lots of damage, they do appreciate the fact that you're getting everything CC'd, and if you have nem bracers, then you can pop out the extra elites as well.
Still waiting.
You kind of lost the stacks there, but you can get the 10 stacks super fast because it makes you attack 50% faster. There's a belt that makes you attack even another 50% faster, but I just found it unnecessary. You can already just holding it down for like, I don't even know, like second and a half, you already have the 10 stacks anyway, and then you can start damming your blizzard.
Still waiting.
Let's see if it's going to put the boss here and get the blizzard going. I think you only have 4 stacks, but there's definitely some stuff you can test to get some more damage. But I was obviously playing a little bit more defensive with this, just so I wasn't constantly dying. I definitely enjoyed the build, and did in less than 2 days for this season, so pretty good. Here, I guess I can show the stats when the actual Hydras are out. That's what the stats look like. I think that's it for this build. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next one. Hello everyone who made it to the end of the video. This is Laser Playing Games, reminding you to smash that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps out. And if you're looking for even more content, check out my Patreon here, where I post exclusive video content every month, and you'll have access to all of that.